Hi, lovelies. Thank you for tuning in. I want to jump into a subject tonight that I feel like a lot of us struggle with, especially as young women, even older women. It's something to me that's universal. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. At some point, not all of us, now some of us, you know what I'm saying? Some of us, we have, I don't know what to call it. I don't even want to call it luck. Some of us can meet our soulmate, if you believe in soulmates, or meet the person that you're supposed to spend your life with in middle school, and it just works out the rest of your life. And you never have to go through heartbreak. You never have to go through, the breakup, the situationship, the back and forth. Some of us got it made like that, but I'm not one of those, right? And if you're watching this video, you're probably not one of those either, okay? So I want to dive into a subject on like how to be happy being single, how to get to a place where you're not constantly yearning for something that's out of your control. Because as I've gone through relationships, as I've gone through dating, which is really, really, really rough these days, I'm really just finding out it's not an easy process. It's not something that's really in your control, right? I was really just thinking deep the other day, and I'm like, for my career, or for any career, you can go, I want to be a doctor, and you know what steps you have to take to be a doctor, and you just have to do those steps to become a doctor. Or if you want to be a nurse, you know what steps it takes in your state to become a nurse. You Google it, and you do those steps, and then you become a nurse. Or if you want to be a teacher, whatever. But for your love life, you can't just Google how to find my soulmate and the person that's perfect for you just pops up. I mean, it's just not realistic. It's not something that you can control. You cannot control the timeline. So while you're waiting, or even if you don't have a desire for marriage or a long-term relationship, even if you're seeking companionship, whatever it is that you're seeking, while you're waiting in your singleness, I'm going to give some information, some wisdom that I've learned along the way. All right. So stay tuned. So recently, a lot of different things have been happening for me as far as my self-development that I've been finding has been helpful. I'm going to suggest this now. No, this is not paid promo, none of that. But books such as these, and if I remember, I'll link it in the description box. A guide to building a home for your soul. It's just, y'all, it is such a good book. But finding books that resonate with you from authors that really relate to what you go through is so important. I recommend really finding authors, finding books that resonate with you, and it really does help. Because for some reason in this world, what I find is you can be going through a situation, and for some reason it feels like you're the only one going through it. Whether it's there's not people in your circle that can relate, you might be that single friend, right? And all your friends around you are married or in happy relationships, and you're wanting that, and it's just not happening because it's not your season. Your season may be self-development. Your season may be healing past traumas. And you want to skip all that, right? You want to get to your fairy tale, but your fairy tale won't last if you don't work on yourself right now, okay? So I recommend books such as Again. And it's like, damn, I really thought I had something going, and now I'm single again. And it's so easy to be begrudgingly single. It's so easy to be sad about being single, right? It's so easy to be like, damn, every time I scroll on Instagram, Facebook, I see all these happy couples, and then here I am. I don't have my knight in shining armor, or my other half, or whatever. And you're like, damn, I'm single again? Like, really? Child. So not only have I been reading self-help books to help me process where I am in my love life, I've also been journaling a lot. And it helps. I know y'all probably have heard this a million times, like really writing out my feelings, but y'all, do it. type it out, whatever you got to do. Get it out on paper, get it out on Word, do what you have to do, because it's really, really helpful just to put your words on paper and to really let it marinate. And so that leads me to the next thing. Sit in your feelings. A lot of times you are bitter, or you can become bitter about where you are in your love life. Like if you're desiring marriage or desiring a long-term commitment and it's just not happening. And you're like, damn, like you don't want to feel it, right? So then you start getting into situationships, you start getting on the Tinder app, you start trying to find someone to fill that void. And really what you're really doing is you're preventing yourself from feeling what you need to feel. Because if you don't feel it in the moment, you're going to feel it later. And what I don't want to happen to you is, or even myself, like when my breakup last year happened, I was like, dang, like I didn't feel anything at first. Like I suppressed it. I held it all down. I'm like, I don't really feel anything. And what I realized is I was feeling a lot, but I didn't want to feel it. And so I suppressed it. I had to make myself feel. I had to really sit and be alone and feel what I had to feel. Because what I don't want to happen is for me to find that person I'm supposed to be with, right? Whenever it's supposed to happen for me. And then you get into that relationship that you've been waiting and holding out for. And then you never process your feelings from your prior relationship or from a prior heartbreak. And then it all comes flooding back, right? You start comparing this new partner to your last partner. You start allowing yourself to think about an ex that was 3-4 years ago because you never really dealt with it in the moment. So that would be my third thing to say. So my first thing, start reading some self-help books. My second thing, journal, write it out. My third thing would be, like I just said, let yourself feel. Sit in it. Be alone. It is okay to be alone. It is okay to feel lonely. Don't try to suppress your feelings, okay? So this fourth thing is not going to be something that everyone can do, because I have definitely been in the stage in my life where like I literally had no friends. Thankfully, friends have come into my life now. I'm extremely close to my mom. She's my best friend. I can talk to her about anything, but not everyone has that. But my fourth suggestion to really make peace and be okay with being single, if you're struggling in your singleness, is to reach out to someone that you're close with, if you have that. And if you don't have that, get on forums. You know, if you use social media, get on Twitter. Like when you see the people that I follow like a lot of love and relationship type of pages, and I'll comment something under someone's post, and then someone else will comment under mine, and it starts a conversation. You guys might end up DMing like, okay, you know what, let's take this conversation from the comment section, let's start DMing each other. And y'all might not even be in the same area, but just having someone that can be an ear to you, someone that can listen, someone that will let you rant, rant it out. Reach out to people that are close to you that will listen, because sometimes really all it takes is just having someone that's just a listening ear. So my next thing, and I need to take this advice myself, therapy. Therapy. So I had a brief stint last year with therapy. It was very, very short. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. And he was a really good therapist, but I didn't feel like we really connected like that. And I know they say go to different therapists, yada, 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 until you find the right one. And that's very true. But what I did, and don't do what I did, okay, is I found a therapist. He did give good advice. I don't know why I keep tripping on my words today. What the hell? He did give good advice, but I just didn't feel like the connection was there. But I really suggest going to therapy or getting a self-love coach or just a coach in general. Tony Gaskins, I'll put the link in my bio as well. He has like a mentor / self-help coaching program. He has like a bunch of coaches on there. And they're very affordable. Some are, I think, like $30 an hour. You could book an hour session. Some are two. Now, I don't know if they're all licensed therapists. I will have to do some more digging into that. But just having someone that can really like coach you through what you're feeling, let you get it out without feeling like you're burdening somebody, because you're paying them, they're getting paid to listen to you. That helps, because sometimes you may be like, damn, I've been ranting to my friend all month about this. I know they tired of hearing about this. Or you start feeling like, damn, am I being a burden? So sometimes having that extra outlet really does help you make peace with where you are in your love life as well. Like I said, y'all, I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm sure there will be more videos like this to come. I just wanted to sit down because, like I said, making peace with being single when you didn't plan on being single, when you thought you found someone that you were going to be with long term, it's hard. Let's not try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to put up that tough exterior like, oh, I'm so tough, oh, I'm so strong. You're still strong. It's okay to struggle through that. I've had my struggles. Just replaying situations in your mind, trying to figure out, damn, what went wrong? Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep feeling like I get so close to what I'm wanting in my love life and then it just doesn't happen? And then it's today is January 19th. Valentine's Day is next month. And then you're like, oh, they got the Valentine's candy out at Walmart or Target, and they got the bears out and all that stuff. And you're like, dang, I thought I was going to be celebrating Valentine's Day with a boo, and it just didn't happen. And you're like, ugh, I'm there. I've been there. I've been there. I'm still there a little bit. Not as much as I was 3 months ago, but I'm still there. And another thing I suggest too is just really showing yourself love. I'm like, for Valentine's Day, I'm not going to have a man buying me candies and buying me gifts and doing all those romantic things, right? So I bought it for myself. Do it for yourself. The best gift is to give love to yourself. That all in and of itself is healing you, because you're showing yourself love. You're showing yourself something that you're yearning for in another person or from another person, and you're giving that to yourself. And that is filling that void. That is healing you and helping you along in your process, right? So we're getting a little bit more deep in the next part, probably, but I'm gonna close this video out and really bring it together. So hold on, y'all. So this is probably gonna be the most important part of this video, and it's something that honestly is something I literally just did a couple of days ago. All right, y'all ready? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. You cannot make peace with being single if you are still holding a grudge against the person that hurt you. It's not possible. You have to forgive. And this is so cliche, what I'm about to say next. You're not forgiving that person for them. You're forgiving that person for you. Because if you keep holding on, what happens, and what I find happens, a little piece of wisdom to y'all, is you start what they call ruminating. You start keep playing the situation in your mind. You keep holding on, keep trying to figure out what happened. Why did they do this? Why did this happen? I've gone through this before. Why am I going through this again? And you have to forgive, because if you don't forgive, you're going to keep going through the same process over and over again. And like they said, the definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's not worth it. So forgive. That will be probably the longest process of all of this, of self-healing, and really allow yourself to let go. And like I said, I know it's easier said than done. No one is saying it's easy. It's not an overnight process. But honestly, it is a choice that you have to make. Do you want to keep holding a grudge against someone who is not going to change, who is not going to be your king or your queen, who is not going to be your life partner? Or wipe your hands of it. Say, I forgive. And not only that, with forgiveness, I also wanted to mention, for me personally, with that forgiveness comes the realization that that person is going through their own pain. You know, if they did something to hurt you that you probably never even saw coming, or maybe you even saw some red flags and you ignored it because you thought that person was a better person, or you thought that person would do better or do right by you, right? You have to realize, if that person wasn't really all for you, no matter how nice you were, no matter how much you gave, no matter how hard you loved, it would not have made a difference. It would not have changed the outcome. And that's something I struggle with, right? I kept saying to myself, you know, I was like going back to my ex, like I said, I've forgiven him. I'm good with it. I've sat with it. I'm good off of him. I don't ever want him again. Trust me. But I'm trying to give y'all some advice because of what I've gone through, right? I realized, I was like, when I first was going through my breakup last year, I was like, damn, like I really was trying. Like I really gave a lot of myself. I was really selfless. I was really loving. Like, why is it that he still didn't choose me? Why is it that he still chose to walk away? And when you forgive, what you realize is that it was never you. There was nothing that you could have done differently. I mean, I'm not saying don't take accountability. That's not what I'm saying. Let me back it up. I'm not saying don't take accountability, because we all are flawed. I'm sure you watching this video, I'm sure you probably made some mistakes in the relationship as well. I made mistakes in my past relationship as well. I'm not saying don't take accountability. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, no matter what you did, no matter what you put into the relationship, no matter how much energy, no matter how much time you invested into it, right? That person was still not going to choose you. So you might as well forgive them, because there's clearly something deeper that they need to work on by themselves, and let them have that. Let them go on that journey by themselves without you, than to continue to hold a grudge and be bitter and let it tarnish your days and ruin your attitude and ruin your mood and ruin your view on love and all of that stuff, right? So I just wanted to wrap this up. The next video, which I want to do, I have a few video ideas for y'all. A lot, actually. I've been writing them down. I just need to make the time to actually record it. The next video I'm going to do is how to not be a pick-me woman or man. I want to touch on that in the next video, or it may not be the next video, but in the coming videos. And I also want to do some and more entertaining stuff, like go through some dating profiles with y'all. Just have some good laughs, because some of the dating profiles, like, I'm not currently in the market. I'm single as a dollar bill, but I'm not currently looking. I'm currently just sitting with myself because I feel like I need that. I've been dating consistently for the past 5 to 6 years, and I need a break mentally for myself, right? But like I said, I got some more video ideas coming. Comment below y'all's story. Comment below some wisdom that you can share. I want to hear it all. Thanks for watching.